Happy Tuesday. Yeah, today's Tuesday. We have our last day of basketball today. So we're super excited to go to that. Not that it's ending, but just excited to go. Be back home with the babies. So I've got my laptop pulled up that way I can see comments. So whenever you get on here, please say hi. Don't be shy. Let me know that you're watching. If you miss me live and you catch the replay, then hashtag replay in the comments so I can thank you. And if you are feeling really generous this morning, you can sprinkle this video for me. SHARE is what that means. If you don't already know, if I say that word too many times, Facebook cuts me off, so they don't like that word. So sprinkle this for me. I have a mission, as you know, to share this opportunity, to share the products that I have, just to share all the goodness with people. And the best and easiest way for me to do that on social media is for people to sprinkle my content. And I know that maybe it sounds silly to you if you're not used to the concept of sprinkling things for people, but I'm telling you, when one person sprinkles this, it opens a door for so many others to see this content, and you can't just assume that no one else in your network needs or wants to hear what we have to talk about. So, and it really helps me grow my network so much. What's in return helps me grow my business. And as you know, this is my full-time job. This is me. This is it. This is how I stay home with my babies. So whenever you get on here, please say hi. Let me know that you're here. Let me know you're watching. I missed you guys. I feel like it's been a while since I've gone live. And what else was I going to say? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, I do want to share this to my group really quick. Okay. Boom. Bam. It's shared. I am going to get ready while I'm on here. And I learned a new technique to make my highlight and contour even more natural. But I don't think I'm going to do that because we're just going to basketball, and after that we are going to just be playing at the park. So I don't think I want to do a full face, but you never know. You never know what I'm going to end up doing. So again, whenever you get on here, please say hi and please feel free to sprinkle my content. It really means the world to me. That's where I was going with that. My mission, okay, so my mission in having you sprinkle my content is to have teammates and customers in every single state in the United States. That's my mission with this. So, you know, just to break that down to another goal, Jangy, would be a time frame. So let's say by the end of, what is this year, 2021, by the end of 2021, teammates, customers, every single state, all 50 states. So please help me sprinkle this content, and that way I can keep you guys up to date. I know it's been like a few weeks since I made my map to share, and the newest state that we have so far is a new customer in New Jersey. So that's my newest update on that, which is super exciting. And we had a little staycation last night. So there's a bunch of random things on my mind that I really just want to chat about and talk about in general. This is how obsessed I am with my lip conditioners, you guys. This is my little makeup bag that I had with me over the weekend, and I've just pulled out 2 lip conditioners. You can never have too many lip conditioners. This stuff is freaking amazing. I love it so much. All right, I don't need that. I have so much stuff out. This is me attempting to not do a full face, but I might end up doing a full face. So I'm probably not going to talk to you about every single product that I'm using, because I really just wanted to talk about some things that were on my mind, just the way that the universe works and all of that good stuff. So, you know, I always think about everything late at night when I'm supposed to be falling asleep, and I'm like, I'm gonna remember all of this in the morning. And I actually remembered some of it. But first of all, I want to say how amazing our weekend was and how essential it is to have time to yourself. Like, not with your spouse, not with your friend, not with your kid, no one. Like, literally just you in your own space and in your own element. And for me, I love to be next to the water. It doesn't have to be a body, you know, an ocean. It doesn't have to be a specific body of water. my body just craves to be next to water. And we were gifted a staycation, and this is how some things work. I know I've talked a lot about, you know, when you are working on your goals, when you're working on manifesting, and it's like you have these goals in mind and you're doing the work to get there, and then all of a sudden your subconscious mind starts to freak out, because subconsciously your mind isn't used to you doing all of these different things. So that's change, and therefore it starts freaking out, and it starts, basically you start going into self-sabotage mode, and you start coming out of this place of negativity and coming from this place of negativity, and that scarcity mindset starts to take back over. And instead of pushing through that the way that we should, we scoot backwards, and we're like, okay, you know what, I'm doing all this extra work. I've been doing this extra work for a few weeks now. Nothing's happening. You know, I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to go back to the way things were. That's what, you know, the subconscious mind tries to do, because that's what it's used to, okay? We're not used to pushing ourselves through the other side to get to the other side where growth happens. We're not used to doing that. And when I was laying in bed last night, I was like, man, that's exactly what happened on Saturday for us. So we were last minute gifted our stay. Hold on. Let me start putting some of my BB cream on. I think this might be too dark for me. Kind of looks like it. Actually, it might not be. I did get some sun while I was there, so it might actually be okay. All right, sorry. a squirrel moment. All right, so let me just use this. I felt like that happened to me on Saturday. So we were gifted this last minute, or on Friday, sorry. It was on Friday when this started happening. We were gifted a last minute staycation, just the two of us, my husband and I. And, you know, we have kids, so we can't just be like, okay, let's go, you know, that's it. Like, we have to make arrangements. It was very difficult making arrangements for both kids, and it was just one thing after another, and it took a lot of my energy. Like, I'm very in tune with myself and my energy and how things make me feel, and I kept saying, man, is this even worth it? Or questioning, you know, is this even worth it? Because it just seemed like one thing after another. We just kept getting no's. It's like no one could, or no one wanted to help with the kids, and finally got a yes. And we're like, okay, we can breathe. But then that turned into something else, because the person that said yes is the person that's been watching my first child since he was 6 months old. Okay, so that's his home. Like, that's his place where he's been loved on and spoiled for 7 years. And that's his territory. So that turned into a mess, because he wasn't happy that someone else was now going to be staying with him. So that was a whole ordeal, trying to communicate that with him. And, you know, he's 7, so that turned into bribery. And I'm like, dang, we're gonna be out all this money literally just bribing our child so we can have alone time. I'm like, again, questioning, is this worth it? You know, but knowing, I'm also in the in the midst of all of that, thinking ahead. It's really the only time that we have to take right now. If we were to try to wait and plan more, we were looking at June, mid to late June. And for me, I feel like my head can only swivel in circles so many times being home with my kids every single day. I needed to go. So, you know, I'm trying to make this work. I knew, I just needed time alone. And, so I'm trying to make it work, still going with the flow. And then, you know, after all that, we're just constantly questioning, you know, is it worth it? Because then you're packing up, you know, Django stuff's easy to pack. He's 7. He pretty much does his own stuff. But then getting the baby stuff ready, pack and play, like a crap ton of blankets, making sure that all of the formula and milk is there. And it was a lot. It was a lot to do for last minute, I should say. And I was constantly just questioning myself, like, is this worth it? Is this worth it? I'm so stressed out right now. Like, I can literally feel the energy just leaving my body. But we did it. I just decided to trust the process because Lord knows I need a break. And if this is what it takes to get a break, I'm going to do it. That's what I kept telling myself. And we did it. And it felt so I got there before Very because he wasn't off work yet. I purposely got there first so I could check in. And hi, Ray. Hung out on the balcony by myself, got in the jacuzzi tub by myself, like just laid on the bed by myself. It just felt so good. And then Sunday we had just the full day, and Very was able to do something for himself Sunday morning that he had been wanting to do. And again, back to me just being drawn to the water. Like that's how I spent my morning. My whole first half of the day was just me, the water, and journaling. Like I can't tell you, I journal every single day. I journal, 3 times a day. I journal for gratitude, and I am doing a manifesting journal as well, which is what requires me to stay focused, throughout the entire day, not just first thing in the morning. And so I'm used to journaling, but I tell you, I could not stop writing. Like it was like a breath of fresh air just coming over me, and it's like pen to paper, could not stop getting like thoughts and ideas down, and for myself, for my business, for my team, for my family, for my husband. Like I just kept journaling and journaling. It felt so good, just so freeing. And I'm like, man, it is 8:30 in the morning. I am outside by the ocean by myself. It was so magical. It felt amazing. And it felt so good to recharge. And obviously, Very was there staying with me. So we obviously got, quality time together to just hang out, talk, have a conversation. Those are important to have with your spouse without, having to stop to hear someone else's story, or stop and get a bottle or change a diaper, and save a wild child from purposely walking off of the couch. It was just really, really nice. But it reminded me when I was laying in bed last night, of how hard it was to get to that place where we were. It wasn't easy by any means to make those last minute arrangements, but we pushed through and trusted the process for the sake of needing that time alone and how essential it is for us. And we pushed through, and it paid off, like more than I probably expected it to pay off. And it's just one of those things, like in all areas of our lives, we're always going to need to push through in some area. And it just felt really, really nice. And obviously, if you're someone that doesn't believe moms need time alone, then, we have nothing in common. And you can, keep your comments to yourself. I'm sure you won't. Because moms totally need time for themselves. Like a lot. All right, I'm going to do some highlighting. And what else was on my mind? Oh, this opportunity. It's always on my mind, really. But more importantly, it was on my mind again last night. So I was talking to someone else in another company, obviously the same industry, just different company, which is normal. I've been in the industry for 4 years, so I know a lot of people in a lot of different areas throughout this industry, and just like talking about compensation plans again. And I can't believe that it took me so long to leave where I was financially, because I was talking to someone and trying to figure out what they would need to make, or what they would need to sell in order to make a certain dollar amount that they needed to make, either as a profit or to just break even. And it was a lot. It was a lot of money that they would need to sell just to barely break even, and they would need to sell over $300 and they wouldn't even make 100. um and when I think about things like that, I'm like, wow, I used to set such high sales goals for myself. Like, I always tried to aim between $2,000 and $4,000 in sales, and I never, ever in the 3 years that I was there saw paychecks that resembled the amount of work that I was putting into myself and my business. Like, I was doing myself and my family such a disservice by staying where I was, but I was comfortable. And I remembered thinking when my upline originally left where I was so shocked. And I'm like, why is she leaving? Because I was like a ride or die. Like, that was my place. If it went down, I was going down with it. That's how I felt. And then, I guess just divine timing and the way that the universe needed to play out for me and show me the light in different areas, and to show me that that's not the only place to be. It's not the only company in this industry that's worth being at. And I was at a point, kind of back to my divine timing, where we were finally able to add another person to our family, and which meant I was going to need more income, because these little people are not cheap. And with all of how it all just worked out, I was finally able to see, like, wow, my $2,000 in sales means nothing. Like, essentially it felt like I was getting nothing in return, because I was working so hard to just push and to barely get by. And I think after talking to someone last night in a different company, it just made me realize how much more thankful I am for where I am, because it's easy here. Like, it's so easy when you start out making 50%. That's not something that you earn up to. A lot of places will say, well, you can earn up to 45% or earn up to 35%. Like, no, you're going to start here at 50% commission. You're going to join for $20. We do have business starter kits that you can get, which are really, really amazing. But they're not necessary. If you don't have the extra funds to purchase a business kit to get you started, hey, Misty, like, you don't have to take that. It's just there, as a business tool. But again, it's not something that you have to take whenever you're joining. So you start at $20. That's what you are going to pay, $20 to sign up. And then you start out making 50%. So let's say if I say all the time, like, start small, like, give yourself small goals to work towards and accomplish, and give yourself a confidence boost, and then start with, maybe make a stretch goal. And so let's say you're like, okay, I'm going to join, but I just want to start out at making $50 a month. So you have a goal to earn $50 your very first month, which means without a team, just you by yourself, you need to sell $100. Sell $100, boom, you just made $50 profit. That's it. Like, that's how easy it is here to figure out, what it is that you need to have, what it is that you need to do. And the thing is, let's say you join for $20 and you're so freaking excited, and then your friend or someone in your network was like, hey, you know what, I've been wanting to join, and since I saw you just join, I'm going to join you too. So now you've got someone else under you. And that was a trickle effect. So now that person has someone. So now you've got two people under you. And let's say both of those decided to join with the business kit, the 125 business kit. You just got a 3% raise on top of your 50%. As soon as your group volume hits $200, you get a 3% raise. And that's group volume. That's not your volume by yourself. That's you plus whatever your team is doing with you. And yes, your starter kits, your business kits, not the $20 kit. That's a standard fee that you will pay. It's a one-time fee, no yearlies, no monthlies, none of that. Free website. That's just a one-time fee that you'll pay. That one doesn't count. But if someone gets the $49 kit or one of the 125 kits or the 140 business kit, that counts towards your group volume. Boom. You just had a 3% bonus in your first 2 days here. It's so simple. And I will say it's a lot easier when you have a leader here who does this full time, who is working with you to help hold you accountable and help guide you. So that's where communication is key. When you join me, I want to know, like, what are your specific nitty-gritty goals? What do you have in mind? Why are you here? What is it that you are trying to accomplish? That's what we're going to go after. Your goals aren't going to be my goals. My goals are going to be way different than anyone. Actually, no one else on my team has the exact same goals. Like, we're all different people. Your goals are going to be different than mine. Let me help you work to figure out a strategic plan to get you going to where it is that you're trying to go. It's so achievable here, and it's so much more doable here than it is anywhere else. Like, I worked my butt off. For 3 years, I worked my butt off and hardly got compensated for it. Here, my personal volume is smaller than it was 3 years ago, for the past 3 years, but my paychecks are like skyrocketed compared to what I was getting because of the compensation plan, because of earning 50% commission on every single order off of your very first order. And then having the ability to earn bonuses every single month, 3 to 25% bonuses every single month. I have personally been earning 75% commission since I started here. I take that back. Since my second month. I joined last June. June, my very first month, I earned 18% bonus. And now, ever since then, it's gone up to 75. Just like that. And I can't tell you, I can't express enough how many more people want to support me or are able to support me now that I actually have affordable products to offer. That's why, not only is the compensation plan crazy achievable and crazy, doable to be here, your products sell themselves, okay? You can have great products. You can have the best of the best, top notch, but if your compensation plan is crap, you're not going to have very many people making it very far. Here, you start winning as soon as you join. You don't have to sell thousands of dollars to start getting a 5% increase. You don't do that here. Sanan and Imre, our CEOs, want everybody to win. They want everybody to benefit off of this. And it shows. It shows in the quality, the integrity. It shows in everything that they do for us. That's how they feel. I like how I also said that I wasn't going to do a full face. Yet here we are. I'm just completely obsessed with my Joker shadow. This is the liquid. I just have a tiny, tiny layer on, and you can see how vibrant that is. It's a thin layer. And then to warm my crease, I use, this is a mono shadow. I think these are like $10. Mono shadow number 18. I don't remember the name of it, but it's number 18. I'm not going to do any eyeliner. I am going to use my mascara primer. So whenever you get on here, please do not forget to sprinkle this for me. It's super important to me. It means the world to me, and it just helps me grow my network. It helps me meet new people that I never would have met before. That's what network marketing and social selling is all about. Meeting new people, being able to connect with others, being able to find more like-minded people. And social selling, network marketing makes it so easy to do that. So please help me out. I really, really appreciate it. And also, if you do sprinkle this, let me know in the comments if you do, because depending on how your settings are set up on Facebook, there's a good chance I'll be able to tell that it was shared, but I won't be able to see who it was. And I just want to be able to thank you for doing that for me. And I want to get you in the habit of doing it, because at some point I'm going to be offering a giveaway for those that sprinkle. So get used to sprinkling. And obviously the more people that sprinkle, the wider my reach is going to be. And my mission, again, is to have customers and teammates in every single state, all 50 states. And man, those western states, There's so much opportunity out there. There's opportunity all over the US in general because we are in ground floor opportunity, or we are in a ground floor opportunity in that phase, I should say. Which means when a company is new to the US, which we've only been here 2 years, and they are experiencing rapid growth, that's what that means. That's where we are right now. And we're just going to keep on going. But the western states specifically have hardly anyone out there. Hardly anyone. Washington, Oregon, what was another one? Arizona might have been one of them. There's so many out there that have hardly anyone there working their business, I should say. So I have a map that'll show me how many influencers are in a state. And then I have one that shows me how many are at a 25% rank, which is what I am. And I base it more off of the 25%. Like, I try to, be lenient with the map that I have that has all influencers, because not everyone that's here is working. So to me, they don't count. If I find out that there's 10 people that live on my street that are influencers, but they're not here to work their business, they're just here for a discount, they don't count in my eyes. They're not working the way I'm working. So that's how I don't always like sharing the map that has the number of people, influencers, because not everyone's working, so they don't all count. I'm really, really loving how well that BB cream, so this is my Collagen Beauty Balm that I'm wearing right now, and I love how well it color matched to my skin. I had been wearing the light shade, which was way too light for me, but I didn't really mind because I was always warming up my skin with bronzer and whatnot anyways to contour. But now, since I did get some sun, I actually had some of these come in my business. So when I joined, I did buy a business kit because I wanted everything. Like, I wanted to be able to touch and feel things and tell people, okay, this is what this looks like. This is what it looks like on my eyes. That was just how I am. And I actually, I was fortunate to have the extra funds to do that. So I had a handful of BB and CC creams that came in my kit. And this is the medium. So I'm actually, this should be a good shade for me for now. And then the next shade up is medium to dark. I don't know if I'll be that for summer or not, or if I'll just stay medium. So I put my L'Oreal Voluminous Primer on. And I'm still just playing around with the 3D Effect Mascara. Because the Star Look is what I always navigate back to. It's truly just amazing. But this mascara is pretty great too. Normally when I try one of our other mascaras, I try it a couple times and I just go back to Star Look. And I've been trying this one for a week now and I haven't gone back yet. I thought about switching it up and using it today, but I like giving you guys options especially on prices. So this one's $11.90 for this mascara and Star Look is $19.90. So there's a price difference there. We also have a mascara called Zen that's only $8.90. That one has a silicone wand. So if you're not used to using a silicone wand, remember to just, give yourself some grace and go slow when you're applying it, just so you get used to it. But also, what was I gonna say? The Zen mascara, about the wand, I will say it's a nice silicone wand. I've bought, I think it was a L'Oreal silicone wand before, and I hated it. It was like a stiff wand with like super tiny bristles. It barely gave me any like volume on my lashes or anything at all. Like, I felt like no mascara was getting on my lashes. I was not impressed with the L'Oreal at all, but the Zen mascara, I will say, like, that wand and the formula, they're really, really awesome. So I'm impressed. I really like how my makeup turned out today. So if you are wanting to be color matched, hold on. We're going to set everything in place with my Time Locker. I don't know if you can see that flying around. My Time Locker finishing spray. This is only $10, you guys. $10 for this. So this is an essential step, especially in the summertime here in Florida year round. I am someone that just has more normal to dry skin, so I don't use powders personally. I can get by with setting my makeup with a spray. I know a lot of women love powders, and we have really, really great quality face perfecting powders, which have a tint in them. A lot of girls will go in and set their face with a face perfecting powder. If you don't want any extra color, you can use the translucent powder, but then I would still go over top of it with a setting spray, especially if you have oily skin. For sure, oily skin do that, but I hope you guys have a great day. If you need color matched at all, please let me know. We have lots of foundations to choose from. Again, this is the Collagen Beauty Balm that I'm wearing. I'm using that. My Peach Bite palette. I've got a handful of products on. But tomorrow will be a more descriptive get ready with me. I'll go over more details of what I'm using product-wise and all of that. But I hope you guys have a great Tuesday, and I'll talk to you later.